Welcome in, Soul Tribe. Happy full moon in Sagittarius, also known as the strawberry moon. Oh my goodness, it's my favorite time of the year. If you were drawn in by the title, chances are there's going to be a message here for you because I really sense that there's going to be some incredible breakthrough moments that many of you can start learning to look forward to. Learning to look forward to? Such a weird way of phrasing that. But let's have a look at all the zodiac signs. I want to have a look at from Aries to Pisces. Let's have a look based on your sun, moon, rising, or Venus to see what kind of breakthroughs are you ready to welcome into your life. And we'll also check in to see what it is you don't see coming. So to get things started, I'm going to be time stamping everything. And then at the very end, I'm going to be doing a collective message for all of you. So let's go ahead and dive in. Aries, wow, happiness. So such a nice feeling when you think about it. You're going to start feeling a lot happier. And I actually get this sense of contentment. If you have been struggling with trying to figure out your identity, I feel as though you're going to have a breakthrough in really understanding who it is that you feel like you are meant to be. There's a lot of balance because you've walked away from something in your life. You've been learning how to love yourself. And I think it's been challenging because you've been looking for some external validation. It's like, yes, I love myself. And to love myself, it should be reflected by somebody else in my reality loving me back. And I actually feel like you're not completely off with that idea, but oh wow, there is somebody incoming. This actually feels quite good. And someone that you're going to be able to celebrate with. Oh my God, you've got a new friend, but this feels very loving. I feel like up until this point, Aries, you've been looking in all the wrong directions, trying to understand how to prove self-love and how to prove that you're lovable. But because you have done such a great job focusing on your own semblance of happiness, it's turning things around this particular full moon. And if you're not quite here yet, that's okay. All of us are on our own timelines, but your guides are just encouraging you at this time. If you focus on things that make you happy, not people that make you happy, I feel like there's a lot of people in your life who have not really stepped up to the plate in the way that you would like them to. Just take a step back and focus on pursuits and projects, activities, stuff that makes you feel happier, because that's how you are going to find this true soulmate. Wow, okay. I'm just going to kind of fly through these guys just because that's the way that I am. So, Taurus, what is it that Taurus is going to have a big grape through? Interesting. Got the card of ghost. Something's coming back from the past to haunt you. Like, I don't necessarily get that this is a bad thing whatsoever. I get this more of a peekaboo. I feel like somebody from your past is going to sort of pop up in your energy. This is someone that you might have put up a boundary to, especially if they were preachy. I feel like you walked away from somebody. They just kept trying to force their opinions onto you. There's a secret going on. It's like there's a ghost in the darkness, you know? In some ways, it's like, is this the Blair Witch Project? Which, fun fact, I was in the middle of the forest a couple of weeks ago, and I was actually really close to the to the film site of the Blair Witch Project. I've never seen the movie, but we got 10 of Pentacles. Whoa, whoa. Okay, this actually feels like a little bit of a job opportunity. Well, on one hand, I think you might be having fun with yourself, feeling like this could have been a little bit of a nightmare that you walked away from. I feel like this energy, whatever it is that's incoming, they had to walk off and get their shit together. They really, really did. But you can't really sense them right now. Again, it's sort of a ghost, an after image, something that, was like what Blair Witch Project was from like 20 years ago. This could have been from a very long time ago. whatever this is, it's coming back up to the surface and it's giving you a chance to actually start thinking about building long term. This could be a job offer. This could actually be a completely different way about living your life, but I feel like somebody has changed and they would really like to work on collaborating with you. So, like, pay attention to your intuition at this time because the moon is a lot about we know it's there, but we can't see it. But if you've been anticipating some good news, Taurus, I really feel like it's going to be incoming and give it time. It's tempting to say, oh, it's going to come in really soon. These are pentacles, but that just means that it's slow, it's dense, it takes a little while, but it is going to arrive. Just practice patience at this time. Wow, okay. That is for Taurus. Gemini. Oh, calm down there, Gemini. I'm a little bit biased. I'm a Gemini sun. Happy birthday to all you fellow Geminis out there. Whoa, suddenly got really dizzy. We got way too excited. Ground yourself, Gemini. I know you're excited. I know you just can't hide it. I know, I know, I know, I know. Isolation. It's sort of like I'm saying, like, happy birthday. Like, sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever. Work with me on it. It's as though you've been anticipating something to celebrate, but it's like nobody's around to celebrate with. Like, I feel as though Gemini, it feels quiet. And I think some of this is a little bit on purpose. But what is it that you don't see coming? What's this big breakthrough? Who, truth? Oh, oh. Whoa. Ooh, no wonder you've been hanging out by yourself. Like, someone's scared of you. It's really funny. Like, part of it's just like, okay, don't give the owl eye contact, but I keep staring at the owl. This is an external energy around you. Someone's very intimidated by you. You can hear someone saying, good, they better be. What's going on? The devil? Ooh. Melodramatic fucks us Geminis, right? We're so misunderstood, right? I swear Gemini is the most misunderstood zodiac sign, and I stand by that. Wow, you have a lot of divine protection around you at this time. So if you are noticing in the back of your mind, there are these snide, cutting thoughts, someone's projecting some shit at you. And I think part of the reason you're feeling a little bit lonely is because it's better to be alone than to risk entertaining this energy. I feel like the universe, your guides are just encouraging you. You are doing the right thing. So it's sort of like if you're going to be celebrating anything solo or you're not going to be with the usual people that you're accustomed to having celebrations with, there's something about letting go of tradition. Well, I didn't see necessarily a Hierophant. It's more so like a self-made, a man-made tradition. You always go to a restaurant for particular birthdays, or you always go to a festival every single year. But there's kind of an ask in here to completely change up how you're doing things. In some ways, do nothing. There's something about this deviled energy is sort of circling you right now. But when you don't move, it can't find you and it can't touch you. Like, look all the space that you have around you. But there's an ask in here just to observe what's going on. Like, I don't get the sense this person's dangerous by any sense. They're just fucking obnoxious. They technically are intimidated by you, even though they have these thoughts and emotions that are all over the place. You're the one who's actually intimidating. And it's because you're not willing to play their game. You're not willing to put up with somebody who's not interested in taking any kind of accountability. And whatever this is, like the star comes after the tower, something that you manifested will erupt from it. But there's an ask within here. Don't disrupt what it is that you are doing. Keep to yourself. There's something about your solitude at this time is going to give you a lot of inspiration and a lot of downloads that'll help you overcome this particular energy that keeps haunting you, that keeps, like, I think you might have a very similar energy to Taurus, regardless if you have Taurus placements or not. But this energy that keeps like suckering you into bullshit, Like this is breaking you free and you're going to be able to find a way out and find a way through. Okay, so that was for Gemini. Fun. Emphasis on FU. Wow. Cancer. This is a wonderful season for you. Jupiter has entered into Cancer. There's a beautiful new cycle of awakening and expansion. And I really feel like you guys are going to be impacted the most during this particular season. Hunger. I will note, well, it's not technically part of the reading. We do have disruption. I feel like Cancerians, you are hungry for change within your life. And in some ways, it feels like you're bored and complacent, or it's sort of like you keep eating the same food. Does that make a little sense? This doesn't have to be super literal, but it's like, okay, you always have spaghetti on Mondays, you always have salad on Tuesdays, you always have hamburgers on Wednesdays, and then you have, your Friday cheat. There's something monotonous about your energy. You have Seven of Swords, Temperance. While you may feel as though things have been a little bit monotonous lately, the energy around you is a little bit deceitful because you do have Archangel Michael trying to get you to rebalance something within your life. Because chances are, if you're worried about your life being bored, it means that you have been, wow, my throat. I'm sorry, guys. You have been very dysregulated. There we go. We've got Four of Pentacles, Death, High Priestess. There is a voice in here that says, this is good for you. But in some ways, I feel like you guys are worried that you need to do something. You've been holding back and trying to get some semblance of stability. It's like, okay, do this, and then I do that. Then I do this, then I do that. Then I do this, then I do that. And I think some of you are worried you just gotten lame and boring. Maybe some of you are worried you're getting old. But old is a relative construct. You're only as young as you feel. And other cliches brought to you by people who are probably self-identifying as old. But something needs to die off within you. And there's something about not feeding a particular energy that has deceived you into thinking that deceived you into thinking that other people have greater authority over you. Something in your life you have over dedicated your emotions to. And I feel like there's been a lot of this sort of backlash. But there's something about, if you're holding back, you're not doing it to get off by being withholding. And if you notice anybody who's treating you that way, that's your clue. There's something about not feeding it and allowing the little monster to kind of come up out of nowhere so that you can finally identify it and remove it from your life. You're going through a transformation, and this High Priestess is just a beautiful confirmation to let you know that you are doing the right thing. I feel like somebody is going to be leaving your life, but you're not 100% certain who that person is supposed to be. And especially if this somebody you've been deeply involved with, but because this relationship doesn't feel nourishing, it doesn't feel honest, but you can't prove it. There's nothing worse than you can't prove when somebody's bad. You can't prove when somebody's mean or abusive. But that's how these people get away with what it is that they do. If you've been feeling the need to starve out this energy, keep doing so. The universe has your back on this, and allow it to die out and dismiss any energies that are making you believe that you are not enough, because you are always enough. All right, wow, Cancer. You got this. Don't worry. Okay. Leo. Oh, Leo. Leo. Like, I really feel like this full moon, sure, a lot of things are happening, and I'm going to try and keep it narrowed down because I feel like, Leo, you've been thinking really big picture about a lot of what has been going on. Mystery. I feel like you've been problem solving something. And that's technically a good thing. There's something unusual that has been going on in your life. I feel like you've been looking to the past, trying to understand why things were. You're in the present, trying to connect all the dots. There's just a warning in here. Like, you do actually have something that you can't see coming. And I know you're curious about it, but you're being guided even before I throw the cards. Be here in the now moment. You actually have something very unexpected that's destined for arrival, and you can't predict this. Ooh, we got the Lovers along with Strength, which this is your card right here. And this is like Gemini energy to Leo energy. So like between now and Lionsgate, I feel like you are anticipating something, but when I look into it, it feels like a bit of a blank void. Can we get a little bit of an idea what this could be? Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. You are actually very tied to Aries energy. So regardless if you have any kind of Aries placements, you two are actually connected to each other. So I am going to encourage you, go check out that reading. You might get some additional messages there. Queen of Swords. Yeah, this has been about you needing to walk away from something that has been beyond emotionally unfulfilling. But what's kind of nice about the mystery card is you're allowing your curiosity to guide you rather than let other people's opinions guide you. Because when we do have the Lovers, this doesn't necessarily have to mean a romantic or sexual relationship. This is just two soulmates finding each other and both having the same mission. Like both of these Canadian geese have felt the call to fly south for the winter, and they've just decided to join each other. And this feels like a mutually beneficial relationship. But there's an ask right now. Focus on the now. Continue on walking away from unfulfilling relationships. If it's broken, don't fix it. It's not your responsibility. Because a lot of these people situation, whatever this is, it's been making you dysregulated. But because you've been putting it away, you're starting to open up to being the person to who it is that you actually want to be, getting to know yourself for the first time. And the Mother of Swords asks you just to kind of go against your nature. Like, while strength can, wilt away in the sun, there's an ask for you to stay cool with what's going on, because you don't realize that there are going to be people who are fighting against you. And some of you already are dealing with some, this could be like, family trying to guilt trip you about stuff. This could be friends really just not getting it. And it's going to be important for you to keep your cool so that your opinions don't get swayed. Yeah, okay. Wow. Some interesting full moon updates, guys. So, Virgo, what is up with Virgo? What is it that they don't see coming? Peace, sadness. Like, this feels a little bit somber, but I feel like things are going to be a little bit quiet at this time for you, and it's going to be important. Don't freak out if things are quiet. There's kind of a temptation within your energy to create work for the sake of working, but I feel like you've been subconsciously manifesting this break. Okay, and those cards want to fly out all over the place. Okay, Five of Pentacles, Son of Swords. There's just been this frustration that I'm picking up outside of you. It's just someone like someone just left your life, and I really feel like you're really annoyed by it. I think it might have thrown you for a loop. And there's something about what's going on with this full moon that's just giving you a chance, even if it doesn't feel great right now. You need to sort of chill out and give yourself a fucking break, because deep down inside you really need a break, even if it's just a day off of work. Yeah, we got I want to say every other element except what this is. It's a Six of Wands. Wow. Yeah, it's sort of like you have the opportunity. It's right in front of you, but you're so focused on everything else because your brain is a little bit rattly. Like that's this Son of Swords at the base over here. There's our Six of Pentacles. Because I want to say, I was like, Six of Pentacles. No. Six of Swords. No. Why can't I say what it is? God. So your communication is a little bit off, but it's probably because you're still trying to sort out what is important to you, what is you want to do. And I really feel like you just want to welcome in some fun back into your life, but it feels as though life has been a little bit chaotic for you. So don't worry if, things at work seem a little bit slow, or it's as though some people might have fallen off the radar. in some ways, the universe is physically clearing out some space for you so that you can reevaluate what's important to you. Six of Pentacles is all about the give and the take. And when we overgive to energies that just can't even, we have to reevaluate. Why did I give to this in the first place? Did I see the warning signs? Can I just let this go? Take this time just to take care of yourself. You actually do have some answers that are incoming, something that's going to work out so well, and it's going to benefit you and this other person emotionally. Because I really feel like you're going to have somebody brand new show up who will be able to you'll be able to collaborate with. I'm getting this sort of like face-to-face equality, but people sort of know their role in the situation without making a big fucking deal about it. Wow. All right, Virgo, good luck with that. Okay. All right. Libra, what is up with my Libras? It's like there's a lot, but there's nothing to say. That's kind of funny. What is this energy? Flow. Ooh. You know, it's sort of like, don't ruin my flow. Don't disrupt my flow. Fuck you. Like, I really feel like you guys are really starting to enjoy working with the energy as it shows up and as it falls away, as the tides rise and as everything falls, which is a lovely thought to think about on a full moon. And it's like, no, there's like, I see you, you're just chilling. This is like if you had a cute little like blow up inner tube, you're just going down the river. You're just enjoying with things with where they are at. You know, and I'm sure you got some things that you're curious about. What are you curious? The Hermit. Perfect. Yeah, so many of you guys have been really doing a great job just disconnecting from social media, disconnecting from the internet. I yeah, there we go. Rest. Like you guys are just there's a lot of like I think you're going to be getting a lot of inward realizations. Like I'm making, you know, references to the moon. Why? Because it's a full moon, but that energy is all about our subconscious. Because I think a lot of the downloads you're going to be getting, Libra, will be on a subconscious level. And it's kind of nice. It's this feeling like nobody else gets to have this except for me. And it's kind of this lovely self-indulgent feeling because you've been more than likely going external, trying to validate all kinds of stuff. And yeah, you're getting answers, but there's some kind of satisfaction of feeling like you came up with the answer all on your own and you feel comfortable with it. There we go. We got the sun, Ace of Swords, like full moon. Like this has a lot to do with you finding your clarity. I feel like Libra, you're getting out of a habit of getting that external validation and learning how to meditate. I really feel like the answers are incoming. And whatever it is that you're doing around this particular full moon, it's giving you a lot of epiphanies. Like you don't even realize what this is quite yet. At this point, it's like it's a small burning flame, you're cool with it, you're kind of cozy with what's going on, but you're getting this mass epiphany that's gonna first of all give you a reason to get off the inner tube. And I feel like you're going to start activating your masculine energies in a very, very healthy way. But your clue to help you understand of what's going on is a cycle that is so subconscious and so obvious that it's like a gift you take for granted. It's like you have a spiritual gift that you take for granted. You don't even think it's that special, but it's something that keeps popping up in your reality. And every time it pops up, you rest, you get clarity, and then you start again. You're getting an internal epiphany. And again, this is just going to be for you. There's something about making sure that you don't go spilling your secrets to the wrong energy, because this is going to help you master, you know, I'm hearing flow master, but this is going to give you the chance to finally rather than allowing the current to always carry you, making the most of the current energies. And I really feel like you're going to become very potent. You're going to become very masterful by the time this full moon is complete. Very cool. Good job, Libra. All right, Scorpio. Why are we talking like this? Why are we whispering? We don't want to disrupt the goblins. Yeah, there's some kind of fun childlike drama going on, I feel like, for Scorpio. We got the card of growth. There's our whispery, which this is totally Scorpio platonic energy. All life begins in darkness. You know, I have this image of Scorpio just hiding underneath their blanket, reading a book. You know, back like, you know, when our parents would be upset if we were up until midnight. But it's sort of this feeling like you got really into a book or into something that um you're just curious about. You just want to learn more about it. This feels very nurturing, whatever this frequency is. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, Son of Swords, and I've suddenly forgot which other energy had this in the baseline. This might have been Virgo, so I feel like that you have some connection to Virgo's energy as well. But I feel like in your case, Scorpio, you're just kind of enjoying how cozy you feel by yourself. Like you've been discovering new things, you've been indulging in stories. There's some lovely shift that I keep picking up from you. There's a cycle that's coming to an end. And I really feel like because I see these flowers that are breaking through the soil. Like this is some very early stage shift that Scorpio is going through. Ah, lot of stuff going on in the root system right there. The Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords. This is a confirmation that feeling alienated is actually coming to an end, but I really feel like you've been going through a huge cultivation process. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of root work when it comes to your family line and the family tree, especially even if you had to say a good relationship with your parents, regardless of what type of relationship you have with your parents, there's something about the way that you've observed how they treated you, whether if it was good natured or not. But I feel like you're kind of in the middle of clearing out some intergenerational karma that has prevented you from actually growing up or being able to thrive. Because in the case of this particular rose, like I'm seeing it planted. If this rose was planted in the ground, it means that it wasn't plucked soon enough to be beautifully displayed in a window. It wasn't nurtured. It's long past its expiry. It was neglected. There's some kind of neglectful cycle that you're coming out of, but it's been difficult, especially if you feel as though you've had to do a lot of soul searching, shadow work, and things like that. Don't doubt the process. You're still in the middle of it, but you're coming out of this cocoon. You're coming out of the chrysalis, and you're going to really understand the difference between what your emotions tell you and what your thoughts tell you. And actually, your emotions are a more powerful channel to listen to. Because if you feel as though you're growing up and you're able to start getting taller and taller and taller within your divinity, it means that the root structure of where it is that you came from, it needs to be honored. If anything, make sure that you're anchoring yourself to the ground and don't overthink it. This is just a confirmation to let you know that you're actually coming out of this cycle and you're going to start being able to blossom. And then people will be able to finally see that you have actually changed. Wow. Okay. I'm excited for you, Scorpio. That is going to be really awesome. All right. The belle of the ball, we have Sagittarius. What is it that Sagittarians need to know at this time for their particular full moon? Cleanse. Cleanse yourself. Like, oh, well, this could feel a little bit of the day at the spa kind of feeling. I feel like you're getting over something. I wonder what it is that you're getting over, because like a lot of this is what you just don't see coming. And I think there's a blockage to your abundance that will probably be released. There's been some old habit that you're accustomed to indulging that has gotten in the way of you being able to fully clear out either past life karma or a family karma. What do we have here? Seven of Cups with the Hierophant. Oh, just confusing information. This is just you've had way too many people in your life telling you how you should be living your life, and you loved them and respected them, but it really confused you on what it is you wanted to do. But I feel like whatever is being cleared out is making way for something more sustainable and more authentic to you. So we have got the Chariot, yes. Father of Wands, Daughter of Cups. You're going to stand up to somebody. This is kind of cool. This is you. This isn't the external energy. You actually have a new relationship incoming, a new friendship, a new love. There's actually somebody within your orbit. They've already eyed you, but because you still have a lot of this old, like, I want to call it family doctrine. So this, if you have a bit of a volatile relationship with your family, or you're still working through some latent, I want to say mental health, take it as it resonates, but just some latent belief patterns. This could be a societal belief pattern. There's something about you believing something just because you wanted to honor the people around you. You know, I joke, like, my dad was an Anglo who grew up in Franco Canada, and to be like a British immigrant in that part of Canada in the 70s, like, you were at the bottom of the social totem pole. So my dad always has this prejudice against the French. No offense if you're French, désolé. But for many years I took on his prejudice because I really hated that my dad was treated poorly and treated unfairly just for being an immigrant. But unfortunately, that repelled a lot of the people that I could have connected with because I had a prejudice, all in the name of defending my dad. But there's something about that's being cleared out. And this is you finally, it's sort of like, even though you love your dad, you're standing up to your dad for the first time. Like, take it as it resonates. There's somebody that has giving you some bad belief system information, and you followed it along, you gave it space, you wanted to give the other person a chance to get their shit together, and this person's not moving, and you're gonna be standing up to it because you have an incoming relationship. Somebody's curious about you, but they're kind of worried that you're gonna judge them, that you are going to be mean to them, or they just have a really weird, funky feeling. And this person's very empathic in the way that they're perceiving you. But you're going to, if you have this opportunity to stand up for yourself, to put up the boundary, to finally say no to distortive belief systems that are causing pain and frustration in your life. Like, this has to be about you. You will be able to put yourself into a situation where you're going to cleanse this old karmic past life frequency, and you will be able to magnetize this new relationship in. This feels like a beautiful friendship, and it could grow into something even better. So, Sagittarius, this is all about you. I'm very, very excited. All right. Capricorn. What is up with Capricorn, baby? I don't know why I'm singing this song. Interesting. This is almost like an 80s cartoon rock ballad. Illumination. Oh, like, this feels a lot like the Sun card. I feel like you're going to be getting this intense divine epiphany. And it's either this is trying to get your attention or you are trying to get their attention. Like, you know, my dog started barking, but now I have this, like, I need to get this. Like, I really feel like this is like Capricorn drive on crack. Five of Swords, you know, Five of Cups. Choosing a new direction. Okay, let's get a couple more cards here. Father of Swords. Oh, someone's standing up for themselves here, and it is opening up a portal of opportunity. You've defeated something, or you've defeated like some kind of karmic habit within your life. Interesting. You're being asked right now, even though this is a full moon, and full moons are usually not technically the best to manifest, There's an ask within here to really think about how you've been manipulated. Ooh, okay. I have to call you out, Capricorn. You have been manipulated, but you've been the manipulator. But that was only stay with me, Capricorn. That was only because you were trying to play this stupid dumbass game with an energy that was trying to control you. It's like, okay, if you're going to be acting manipulative, well, then I'm going to be manipulative in return. Like, come see, come sa. Like, I'm earlier making French jokes. But, do unto others as you've done unto you. And in some ways, it might have been perceived as a little bit naive, but I think subconsciously there's an ask within here to say, wait, I was trying to show this person how it is that they're treating me. I was trying to show to them that what they're doing is making me feel uncomfortable. So if you're making me feel uncomfortable, well, then fine, I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable. There's a shift in the way that you communicate that needs to be addressed so that you can just be honest right off the get-go rather than delaying things and allowing shit to get completely out of hand. Whatever karma you have broken free from, it's helping you understand how you can communicate a lot better rather than snapping at people or trying to speak their language. When I say speaking their language, again, they're talking like a bunch of little manipulators, so I will speak to them in a manipulative way because that's the only way they know how to communicate. I don't even think this was something you were consciously doing, but your guides are showing you that if you're just honest and upright right off the bat, you're going to be able to accomplish more. The warning in here, the thing that you don't see coming, is that you're going to see a mini cycle repeat itself. Don't be alarmed. It's just a minor frequency version based on some bullshit that you have overcome. But if you just take the chance just to be cold, calculated, and thoughtful in your communication, you will be able to nip this in the bud. The universe is trying to help you end a cycle so that you don't go back down the dark path that you've just worked your way out of. Wow. Damn, Capricorn. Good job. Okay. So we've got the age of Aquarius. What is it that Aquarians need to know what they don't see coming as a result of the strawberry Sagittarian full moon? Stop. Stop. Don't do it when you want to come to it. Relax. Why am I changing up the lyrics? Weird. Stop. There's something about taking a bit of a moment to actually take in the scene before you jump into something. Father of Cups. Oh, there's a massive bird in the Ten of Wands. Oh, who is this? Wow. I feel like your energy is way too intertangled with somebody else. And I feel like oh, okay. Sorry, Aquarius. I gotta call you out too. You've actually lost a sense of your identity, whether if you've been trying to channel a divine masculine energy, or you could be sort of over empathizing with somebody else to try to help them overcome their burden. I feel like there's something within here that your guides, they're either going to make you stop or they're trying to give you the signs to say you need to approach this from a different perspective. There we go. Something in your life is going to change. And I feel like you're going to be getting a bit of an epiphany that will help you sort of piece together what it is that your guides have been trying to show you. Daughter of Pentacles. Yeah, this is stopped. This is like taking in and realizing, hey, you do have a new opportunity ahead of you, but if you stick to this past narrative, it could pass you by. Mother of Wands. Like a lot of you are rising into your divine feminine energy. This is about activating your kundalini. I'm suddenly feeling a little bit kind of hot and flustered within this. I feel like you are attracting a brand new soulmate, but it's going to be somebody that you did not have your eye on. I feel like you've been focusing way too much on somebody else who you feel as though they need your help. Emphasis on you think that they need your help, and your guides are trying to sort of gently withdraw you from this. There's an external energy. They don't want it. You're kind of been a little bit overbearing, Aquarius. I'm really sorry, but you have a new shift that's going on. Like your heart has been in the right place. You've just been focused on the wrong energy. And in order to handle this the best way possible is if you take the time to stop yourself rather than the universe putting a roadblock up, this will be a lot less painful. Because like with the Mother of Wands, like I really feel like your ability to channel is going to shift, and you may become a little bit defensive because of this, but you are going through a bit of a change. Don't doubt what's going on right here. You have this new incoming potential relationship that is actually founded on something solid. You've been working a little bit more on your emotions and powering through your emotionality. Now you're being asked to sort of shift this around and realize there is something coming to you in the 3D, but you need to take a step back and get out of your own head and really detach from whatever and whoever this Father of Cups is supposed to be. Wow. Okay. Good luck with that, Aquarius. Sorry if I came across as mean. Last but not least, Pisceans. I got a lot of Pisces people on my channel. I don't know what it is about me as High Priestess Berries, because I always attract in Pisces, even though I have zero water in my chart. So I always joke that Pisceans are the ones that sort of help me understand my water energy all the more better. But what is up for you guys? Surrender. Like, there's just some things like, oh, taking a step back. Just, whoa, let's take another step back. Okay, I'm going to take another step back from this. I feel like you're learning how to release control of a particular situation. And it can be a little bit counterintuitive for us to release control because there is always a myth to think that we are in control of the energies around us. And I feel like you're learning how to take that step back, and rather than focusing on trying to control the situation, this is a little bit more about you becoming more influential and detaching from people around you. But I love this. Like this is some beautiful nurturing energy. The Emperor. Oh man. Like I just want to sit in this energy. Can I just cozy up to you, Pisces? I feel like there's someone around you that they're gonna love it that you don't control them. Like, I'm not saying you're a controlling personality. I'm just saying that you are good at surrendering. You actually have a new energy incoming who they're probably a little bit frazzled. Maybe they are a masculine energy and they're so accustomed to other people dictating what it is they want within their life. And I feel like you're bringing a masculine into your vicinity that is so grateful. Like there's something about this person like, man, like I'm so thankful that you're just not like trying to get in my energy. Like there's some kind of freedom that I'm feeling. There's a Father of Cups. Oh God. All right. All right. This is a little bit of a personality profile. You're gonna be collaborating with somebody. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be a brand new coworker entering into your life. But I really feel like there's someone that they're a masculine energy. They don't have to be male. They can be male, female, or non-binary, but someone who has been working just from the perspective of constantly being driven, but constantly having to fight against other people's opinions and belief systems. This person's been really knocking heads with a lot of people. And I feel like they have surrendered that and they've sort of moved on, and they're a little bit timid, and sort of like they meet you and you're super chill about it, and they're like, shit, is Pisces for real? Is this like for fucking real? In some ways, it's what's kind of nice about this energy, Pisces. You don't need to do anything. Like, you don't see this coming. And if you do see this coming, you still know you don't need to do anything about it. There's some solid friendship that's being established between you and who this individual is. Like, you're just being yourself. That's kind of the nice thing about your frequency. You're just being yourself, you're collaborating. And this person may overthink it a little bit. In some ways, be very cautious. This person may get a little bit over the top. It's like, wow, you're just so cool. Like, it could manifest a little bit more like a low-key crush. Just kind of be cool about it, you know, channel your, Queen of Swords, your inner Queen of Swords energy. Like, yeah, I'm just like that. No, I've been through hell and back again, and I'm totally fine with giving people the space to be who it is that they are. And if I don't like what it is they do, I surrender and go over there. There's something very nonchalant that I'm picking up with your frequency, but it is very, very nurturing without you having to put any effort into it. This dynamic should feel effortless. The moment you feel like you're pouring in effort, it's time to surrender and withdraw from that. Damn. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get one final collective message for everybody here. And I'm going to grab the Moon Oracle. What is it that everybody who is still watching need to know, or need to know because they don't know? You don't know what it is you don't know. Like, and I feel like a lot of you guys are just being encouraged to embrace the mystery of your existence. Like when you don't know what's happening next, sometimes that's a blessing in disguise because it means that you've broken free from a karmic loop. And it means you can start welcoming in the brand new. Hold your vision. Like you're kind of in the in-between right now. There's so much going on within 2025 astrologically that this is just one piece of the picture, one piece of the overall pie. We are halfway through the year. We are halfway through, I want to say the zodiac cycle, but really not. We're partway through the zodiac cycle. There's just this sort of in-between spot that you're being asked to hold space for. What do we have? You are good enough. You and their loved ones are safe. You're very close to achieving your goal. There's going to be a lot of tension. And I feel like your lizard brain still cannot appreciate how far you've come in the journey. It's going to be important to make sure that you don't allow external energies to determine your value, because this full moon in Virgo says you are good enough. Pour in time and energy into things that promote your sense of self-love, your sense of well-being. Because I think a lot of you have had a bad habit of overcompensating, all in the name of making sure that your kids are well cared for, that your pets are well cared for, that you know that you can pay the rent. There's something that's happening. It is very close, but if you don't see the fruits of your labor immediately, you're being asked to really tune in back to yourself. Hey, am I doing well? What parts of myself, what are the aspects of myself that are doing very well? Am I happier? Am I healthier? Like, where is it that you were 6 months ago to where you are now that things have improved? Not everything has to improve all at once. That would be boring, and that's not how energy works. But there's some good shit that you have been working towards, and you're only halfway through your story. 8 of Wands, 9 of Swords. There's going to be change. I don't know. Did I cut? If I didn't, I'm cutting again. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. You have change that is going to be coming in, and you have to roll with it. With Uranus going into Gemini in about a month or so, in early to mid July, you cannot afford to sit back and wait for other people's opinions. If you have an idea of what your vision is supposed to be, it will be effortless to make the decisions. Yeah, it will require a lot of energy. And there's an ask right now to conserve what energy that you have and not to pour it into things that are not within your alignment. 9 of Wands, the Moon, 5 of Wands. Yeah, this confirms everything that I just said to you. Whatever epiphanies that you are getting during this particular full moon in Sagittarius, it's giving you an incentive to keep powering through, even if you can't always see what the next steps are supposed to be. If you encounter any kind of bullshit, just know that is your external energy. Those are the people that you are connected to. Because if you are holding true to what is important to you, it doesn't matter. You're following your own internal guidance. You might have to disappoint a few people along the way, but that's a them problem. Just release them, surrender, allow them to go on their journey, because the path ahead has not yet been written, which means that you can write whatever story you want for your path ahead. I'm just saying. Wow. Well, guys, Happy full moon in Sagittarius. Happy strawberry moon. I hope you guys found this reading very helpful. Please let me know if you need any additional support. I have a Patreon where we have some amazing light code activations. Keep an eye out for the full moon in Sagittarius Reiki meditation for some profound activations. You can see that on my Bloom Into It channel. Otherwise, when I see you guys at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.